Welcome to Transforming Assessment. This is our island in Second Life where we're looking at how we can set assessment tasks for students within the Second Life environment. So we're in the Biological Sciences and Health Science building and we're going to look at the quiz chair, which is part of the Sloodle set. As you go into different buildings, you'll see instructions on the wall, so please have a look at those instructions because they'll let you know how to use the tools that are available for you in our Transforming Assessment island. Now we've put in an additional feature here so that if you left click on this chair, you will see a window pop up with a link to an external website. So for this example, though, we won't go to the external website, we'll just look at the quiz chair itself. So for the avatar to sit on the quiz chair, we right click and we look for the sit here option. So the avatar automatically sits on the chair and the quiz commences. So here the questions are actually coming from our Moodle course. The questions are constructed within Moodle. You can also provide in-world information. If you look over on the right hand side here, we have a presenter which is giving additional information to the student to use to help them respond to the particular question they've been asked. The Sloodle quiz chair enables you to ask multiple choice questions, true, false, yes, no, or as we have in this case, it's a numeric question. So students are able to do a calculation and then enter a numeric answer into the chat field. So we'll just find the slide that's associated with this particular question over on our presenter here on the right. So you could number the slides so that they corresponded to the number of the questions, or you could put a tag on them so the students could easily identify which slide corresponds to which question they're being asked information about, or it could be on that external website. So this is an example of how we could use tool-assisted assessment, so we can provide tools or information for students so they're not just using memory, and what we're doing here is waiting for the particular slide to appear on this right hand side, and you can see it's coming up now for the glycan builder question. So this slideshow here is actually showing still images from a Java applet, which would enable students to be able to construct this particular glycan and then be able to calculate its molecular weight in this case. Again, fairly trivial example, but we're using this to illustrate how you can mix and match these particular tools to ask questions within Second Life. So once students have built the molecule and done the calculation, they can now enter their response in the text chat field. In this particular case, I just put in an arbitrary number and I get feedback about what the correct response should have been. And now the quiz chair has moved on to the second question. So this second question is about electrocardiogram, and that electrocardiogram is a Java applet which exists on the external website, and we also have a static slide on the presenter showing students what it is that they need to look for on the Java applet when they go to that external website. So here we're showing how you can mix and match the in-world activities with the out-of-world activities, and we can leverage off tools that already exist. They can be things like the Java applets or simulations, still images that we've taken, video. There's all sorts of resources that you can provide students within the Second Life environment to be able to ask reasonably sophisticated questions. So we can ask fairly complicated questions. We can move away from just simple recall questions. So we can ask students to manipulate data, to interrogate information, to use multiple resources to give their response. So what we can do here is just enter an arbitrary number to finish off this particular quiz.